So, hello, once again, I'm back on my old trustworthy Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition. As always, I'm recording locally and streaming today on the YouTube live service. Before I will continue, let's check out the stream if it's working properly. Okay, it does, nice. So yeah, I'm back on this new, interesting Nyarch Linux, or Nyarch Linux if you prefer. And let's check out the system information first via the GUI method. Let me do this first. Okay, system, about, system details, and here we are. 32 GB of RAM, 2 TB SSD storage space, CPU is AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX, GPU also an AMD Radeon RX 6800M, Nyarch Linux, released on late April, I think this must be like 29th of April most probably, 2026, GNOME 50, Wayland, and the Linux kernel is 7.13 yada yada. And with this out of the way, let's go to the terminal. Let's zoom in a bit. So yeah, you can pause the stream, take a good look at your own pace on the system information. Pay attention on the screen resolution. This is a problem. It shows that it is running 260 Hz almost. Nope, that's 120. I think the scale is throwing it off. Yes, I'm using a scale today. It's 150% or 1.5 if you prefer. But the rest of the system information, it has to be the correct one. But little annoyances like it says 0 Pacman there, I have to fix these things. And of course I'll try to customize the system even further. This is just the second day, so to speak. Anyway, let's zoom out and let me show you the OBS settings. Here we are, video, full 4K resolution, 3840 by 2160, 30 FPS. I'm using hardware encoders, FFmpeg AAC for the audio, and FFmpeg. Once again, I can't talk properly, clearly. Yeah, for the video, the encoder is hardware encoder FFmpeg VAPI H264. I'm using today 16,000 bitrate and the file is MKV. With these things out of the way, let me show you the top panel, for example. Here it is. I have my usual stuff like weather, date, time, etc. here. Then I have the system tools here, or the system menu, however it's called. This is a bug maybe with GNOME 50 or maybe with Nyarch Linux, I'm not sure. It sets on airplane mode by default because I'm not using my Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth. So I have to do this and then disable Bluetooth as well because I'm not using this. And then this is my keyboard's layout here. These are extra tools here, the network speed, etc. And this is of course like the start menu, or however you want to call it, application launcher, whatever. I've customized this top panel to my best of my time and effort for the past couple days. This is my dock. This is the app grid. So if it's not apparent, I have been using extensions already. These are the extensions. Some of these came installed with the system, others I have installed and customized myself, but everything is under construction, so to speak. This is how the system appears to be so far. I will load few more apps now. I'll do the dock apps for now, and I will move stuff around like this, for example, or like this. It works the same. Calculator, yes, why not? Text editor, you get over here, like this. How about GIMP? So yeah, as you can see, most of the stuff are almost perfect, near perfect. And apps like Kdenlive and OBS, I'm not using the native ones, I'm using the Flatpak ones. I'm not sure if I will be able to customize them ever, but the worst case scenario, I will install the native apps as well. But as you can see, the rest of the stuff are almost like on point, 99%. How about the weird ones like flat seal, for example? Let's just try to load flat seal and then parabolic. Here's flat seal. Let's just do parabolic as well. So yeah, as you can see, so far so good. I don't know if of course I had forgotten doing this, but I will do it now. Let me close the apps as soon as possible. My bad. Almost there. Okay, nice. And let's go now to let me show you what is Nyarch Linux. So yeah, as it says here, the perfect Linux distribution for degenerated weebs. Arts based, so you also need a neckbeard. So as I said the other day, I'm not sure if I'm a weeb, let alone a degenerated one. And as for the neckbeard, yeah, I have a kind of a beard. But anyway, you can download a GNOME or KD Plasma version. This is a nice touch here as well regarding NVIDIA GPUs. Yeah, I'm on an AMD system, and of course they support NVIDIA GPUs. And most probably I'll return on this system at least with KD Plasma. I really want to try this as well. And as for the rest of the stuff that it says here, learn more, enhance your weeb flow. Nyarch Linux offer the best open source apps that every weeb needs pre-installed. So here is the deal. I will try to test them offline myself because I don't know what they do or how they do what they do. And if everything will be fine, you know, the customization, if I'm understanding them correctly and so on, I'll try to demonstrate them to the best of my abilities, most probably tomorrow. So yeah, we will see about them. As I said, I'm not heavily into Japanese pop culture myself, but I know a thing or two, so we'll see. But yeah, this is Nyarch Linux, or as I like to have fun with it, Nyarch Linux. Anyway, here is the deal. Customizing as I want it to be so far has been pretty difficult for me. They had this is the usual stuff when the teams behind the Linux distributions that try to offer some kind of a theme park, ready-made stuff for you in order for you to play around or work around. I had some walls to break down, tear them apart in order to build what I had in mind, what I usually like to have in mind, you know, in place, so to speak. So they had some scripts, they had some apps trying to take over the system. I don't know if I did it in the correct way. Maybe I did totally the wrong thing, and maybe that's why it was difficult for me. But so far it worked. We will see. We'll see. So maybe tomorrow I will try to have to demonstrate the apps that the system has built in, as I read just before on the website. Or maybe I will try first to have my wallpaper jumper in, and then the cursor factory as well. One of the two things will happen tomorrow, and then on the next day the other one. And then we will see. I'm not sure if I'll try to run DaVinci Resolve Studio 21, and even if I will succeed on installing it and running it, it's pretty clear to me that on this computer at least the AMD GPU is not carrying, you know. It's like, okay, the performance is there, especially when I'm trying to have my scripts up and running, but it's just so much lesser performance compared even to an older NVIDIA based computer like my other laptop, the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. So I don't know what's up with the AMD, let's just call it AMD stack on well, to be precise, this specific AMD stack, hardware and software combination, Linux kernel. I don't know what's the problem, but it's not the best candidate for running properly DaVinci Resolve Studio. So I haven't decided on it just yet. Well, then again, people would like to know about it, so I will see. I'm not sure. And then maybe I will try to have a virtual machine and customize the system from the start, because, you know, I want to have a guide for this system, for Nyarch, I mean, and maybe I'll do just that. I will see. All I'm trying to say is that there will be a few more days on this system, and then I will try to have the KDE version of it installed and have a go at it. We'll see. All in all, a good first impression. Here it is once again, the perfect Linux distribution for degenerated weebs, arts based, so you also need an neckbeard. Nyarch Linux. This is it. If you like what you see, be my guest and have a go at it yourselves. And as always, thank you for everything, and see you on the next one. Bye.